What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim at Full Grip Games. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite retro formats of all time, base set through Neo Destiny. This format is super nostalgic and it includes all the best cards from Pokemon's original sets like Base Set, Jungle, and Fossil, and some revolutionary cards from the Neo era like Pokemon Tool cards and Baby Pokemon. I'm really excited about the matchup we have ahead, so let's take a look at the decks. On my side of the table, I'm going to be playing a deck featuring my favorite Pokemon card of all time, Rocket Zapdos from the Gym Challenge expansion. I think the artwork on this card is incredible, and it's one of the reasons why Zapdos is my favorite Pokemon of all time. Rocket Zapdos is a big basic attacker for the era. It's got 70 hit points, and its plasma attack is really efficient. For 1 lightning energy, it does 20 damage, and if there are any lightning energy in your discard pile, you can attach one of them to Rocket Zapdos. That energy acceleration is really good in a format filled with energy removal and super energy removal. And then Electro Burn for 3 lightning and a colorless does 70 damage, with the drawback being that Rocket Zapdos does damage to itself equal to 10 times the number of lightning energy cards attached to it, but we can decrease that damage dealt to Rocket Zapdos with special metal energy that we have featured in this deck. Now, Rocket Zapdos only does 20 damage with its plasma attack, but Rocket Zapdos does hit popular Pokemon like Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise, as well as Horsey and Seadra for weakness, so you can double up against those lightning weak Pokemon, but we also have ways to boost Rocket Zapdos damage output. Plasma does 20 damage, which is very bad against baby Pokemon, which are all over the place in base Neo format. Most decks play 4 copies of Cleffa from Neo Genesis with the Eek attack. This is the consistency card of the format. Cleffa may only have 30 hit points, but Eek allows you to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 7 cards, and Cleffa also has the baby rule. All baby Pokemon have the baby rule printed on them from this Neo era, and the baby rule reads that if your opponent is trying to attack while you have this baby Pokemon in the active position, they have to flip a coin. If tails, their attack fails and their turn ends. So you can only swing into Cleffa 50% of the time, meaning that its 30 hit points is a small price to pay. Cleffa also has free retreat, so it's very easy to get into the active position. Now, Rocket Zapdos only does 20 damage to Cleffa, which is pretty bad. But when you combine Zapdos with Dark Crobat and Dark Golbat, this deck strategy starts to make a lot more sense. Dark Golbat has the Sneak Attack Pokemon power, which allows you to do 10 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon when you evolve your Zubat into Dark Golbat. And then Dark Crobat has the Surprise Bite Pokemon power, which allows you to do 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon when you evolve your Dark Golbat into Dark Crobat. Combined, you can mow through your opponent's baby Pokemon and deal tons of damage with Rocket Zapdos, because Plasma plus a Dark Golbat equals a perfect 30 damage, just enough to knock out your opponent's baby Pokemon. This is a very aggressive deck and a ton of fun to play, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy watching the gameplay ahead featuring Rocket Zapdos and Dark Crobat. My buddy Will is going to be playing his favorite base Neo deck, Sneasel Pichu. I got this deck list from Jason Klaczynski, so big shout out to Jason for providing some awesome retro Pokemon TCG content. If you haven't checked out Jason's blog, I highly recommend it. I'll drop the link in the description below. The idea of the Sneasel deck is to load up your bench and use Beat Up for big numbers as early as the second turn of the game. Beat Up costs 2 darkness energy, and you flip a coin for each of your Pokemon in play, and it does 20 damage times the number of heads. So if you have 6 Pokemon in play and you flip 3 heads, you're dealing base 60 damage for just 2 energy. But this deck also runs special darkness energy, and when those energy are attached to your Sneasel's attacks do 10 more damage. So Sneasel's Beat Up can easily do 70, 80, 100 plus damage for just 2 energy. Sneasel is a quick and efficient attacker. It's got free retreat, it resists psychic by 30, and it has no weakness. Combine that with baby Pokemon, which also have free retreat, and you've got a very potent deck that has a ton of mobility. Pichu is a great partner for Sneasel because of its Zap attack. Zap does 20 damage to each Pokemon in play that has a Pokemon power, and none of the Pokemon in this deck have Pokemon powers, meaning that you're free to spam Zap as much as you want. Pichu is also a baby Pokemon, so it benefits from that baby rule, meaning that your opponent can only attack it 50% of the time. Pichu is an awesome card, and I love the artwork on it as well. Now that you've seen the decks, which deck do you think is going to come out on top? Let me know which deck is your favorite in the comments below. All right.
Take my 2 mulligans.
Sounds good. All right, good luck, Will.
Yes, good luck. Draw. Dark. Comp Search.
Sure.
Away Chaos Gem. And Chaos Gem.
Just getting rid of 2 Chaos Gems. Well, you know I don't have any stadiums in my deck at this point. You know, we've played 3 games, so.
For a Sneasel.
Sure.
And what else I got in here? Bunch of bad cards? Yeah. I'll just oak.
Ship it.
Yeah, I could have lasted you there. That'd been really cool.
Yeah, but you would have lasted yourself to 0.
I know.
For all you know, my hand's busted.
All right, a bench of third Sneasel, which is very good.
That is very good. It's exactly what you want.
And then Fury Swipes.
10 Fury Swipes on the first turn of the game. Dang, dude. Yo, slow down there, sport. Yo, slow down there with the turn 140 damage.
The 40?
Oh, my goodness. This is...
You're kind of getting clobbered here, man.
I am getting clobbered here, and my hand is horrible.
Let's get it.
All right, I'm going to oak, man.
Hope you hit a basic, because I just got you next turn for sure.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely finding a basic here. 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. These fellas.
All right, that's good for you.
And then,
Super Scoop Up?
no.
Oh.
Let's see, 40.
Yeah.
I think. The energy here. And Elm. See 70 cards.
Yep.
Definitely a little bit tough. I think getting the damage onto the Sneasel is good.
Doesn't seem bad.
Definitely got to slow the game down though. And I got a lot of like good cards in the discard pile right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then we're going to just plasma for 20.
Yep. Draw. I honestly think it's worth it to attach to a different Sneasel and just Fury Swipes to the knockout.
Go for 2 heads?
Yeah. Just to protect against the super.
The supers, right?
And then I guess I could Item Finder for Oak. I don't want to bench any of that. Let's go Item Finder.
Sure.
Those 2 for the Oak.
Yep.
And then Energy Charge.
Attempt Energy Charge. Get the free Item Finder. Insane. No.
Never lucky. I think I've only flipped like 1 head's lifetime on that card.
That card never works.
It never works.
It actually never works. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that card work.
Then Oak. It feels so weird without Chaos Gem in play.
Oh, yeah. Chaos Gem, I think, is something you want at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Focus Band. But the Eco Gem.
Eco Gem is probably what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll play it down. Why not?
Exactly.
Fury Swipes.
No chance you get both heads. Oh, my. Come on. That's what I'm talking about.
That would have been so insane.
All right, we've got hanging on by a thread there. That is very good for us.
Yeah.
Now, Eco Gem is when I discard one of his energies from play. It goes back to his hand.
Yeah.
Instead of the discard pile, which is very good for him. So let's see. I think. This is going to be a much more difficult match for me.
Yeah, there's no Zubats in the field yet.
Yes, I see. Yes, well, yes.
The pure Zapdos deck is pretty bad.
Yes, well, yes, we're going to need the bats. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for
this
sure.
is part of it. Yep. I'm going to attach an energy to my Zapdos, and I'm going to Elm. Shuffle my hand to my deck. Draw 7 cards.
Yep.
And we're just hoping for some bats. That'd be great. But Elm, you can't play any trainer cards after. I am lucky I just didn't get donked this game. I mean, I did start a pretty rough opening hand, so.
Good thing it wasn't to do that in the active.
Right. So you took 40 damage. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that actually would have been a donk.
Yes.
All right, we get 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. And then we're going to just go in with Plasma for 20.
Yep.
Which feels good to get that damage into play. At least it's not the worst thing for me.
Too bad I can't Goldberry. Already
Right.
expanded. I guess attached to that Sneasel. Actually, no. Yeah, it's fine. Go Goldberry on this Sneasel.
This man thinks he's going to flip 1 heads.
Yep, Fury Swipe.
Tails. Heads. All
Heads.
right.
Oh, it was only a 1
1 heads. Yep. All right. Is that the first prize of the game?
Yep.
Feels good, man. All right. We've got a Zubat, and we've got a good manners for a second Zubat.
All right, there you go.
Yes. Now things are cooking. Now that we've got the Zapdos out of the active position, we're getting our bats into play. It's exactly what we want. And can make some things happen here.
Yep.
So I think good manners gets me a basic Pokemon, but I have to reveal my hand, show Will that I don't have any other basic Pokemon in my hand in order to play it. How many cards in hand?
5.
5. That is, was this Zubat down last turn? No.
Yeah, you put 1 down this turn, right?
Last turn. I'm pretty sure, did I have 1 down last turn? Because I
Yeah.
elmed into 1.
Yeah, you had 1 last turn.
I did elm into 1. All right. So then I'm going to Dark Golbat. Huh. This Sneasel can be at 3. That Goldberry is going to be annoying. I'm going to Dark Golbat the Sneasel here. And then Metal Energy to the Cleffa. Last. Okay, the Elm away. Yep, but he's got a Cleffa in his hand, so it's not end of the world. And then I'm just going to Eek.
Yep.
For free. And see 7 new cards.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yes, this we're turning the game around. For sure. It was looking mighty sus there for a second.
Yep.
But now that I've got a Cleffa in the active position, we're slowing the game down, which is exactly what we need.
Murkrow. I really don't want to bench the Cleffa, but I think I have to try to get some cards here.
Yeah, what else you got going on?
Yeah. I'll treat. And then could bench the Magby. Actually, the Magby isn't too terrible here.
No, Magby's a good card because I can't like just knock it out with babies.
Yeah.
Or with bats.
Yeah.
But I could shove a baby up against it.
Yeah, it's really bad.
And then you have to flip to do it.
I'll attempt to eat.
Okay.
Finally, let's go.
That's a good. Yeah, that was very meaningful heads flip there for you. I'm gonna draw my card. All right. It's always insane using Eek, and then with a top deck, you get 8 cards. You get to start your hand with 8 cards.
Pretty
insane. It's such an insane card in this format. Just tons and tons of shuffle draw. So I'm going to ping 20 damage to the Sneasel there. Take that knockout with my Dark Crobat's Surprise Bites Pokemon Power. And then we are going to ping 10 damage to the Cleffa. And I'm going to attempt Super Scoop Up. I haven't flipped like any heads on those. Yep.
Nice.
And the trend continues, which is fine. I think I will. I love this play. Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji has honestly been insane in this deck.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You just put the whole line back in. It's like a guaranteed scoop up. And then I've got a good manners in my hand just to go get the Zubat. I mean, that's almost as good because I'm about to attempt Eek anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a very strong combo there. Mr. Fuji from Fossil just puts one of your bench Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck. Could be a nice way to prevent yourself from decking out as well, because it can just put 3 cards back into the deck once you've evolved up one of those Crobats.
Yep.
So we're going to do that. I'm going to attach this energy to the Zapdos, and then I'm going to attempt Eek. We got a big heads flip there for sure. The stadium in play right now is Eco Gym. I don't have a copy downloaded right now. but it is a stadium card that reads, whenever your opponent plays a card that removes one of your energy from play, then that energy goes to your hand instead of getting discarded. So
Very cool card.
yeah, it is a very cool card for the Sneasel deck because if I ever discard any of Will's darkness energies,
They go right back to my hand.
they go right back to the hand.
All right,
Yes.
energy charge. Hopefully, I can hit the heads. Wow, a heads of energy charge? It never happened.
Never does that. Now,
Ooh.
energy charge is kind of like special charge,
It's way worse.
except it's just worse. Yeah.
Because you need to flip, and for charge, you just Also, this can get energy, not just special energy.
This is
so,
true.
Yeah, so it's not strictly worse.
Yes, but for the most part.
Yeah. All right, and then let's go focus band.
Yep.
And I'm gonna super.
Super. Oh man.
Yeah.
Usually I'm the one doing that.
And they go right back to your hand.
They
though.
go back to my hand though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, non-colorless energy. Let's go. All
Yep.
right, Eco Jim. What's up?
Then let's go with. God, the rainbows feel so bad.
Right, the rainbow energy. But the thing is, in this base Neo format, there's no basic dark energy.
Yep.
So you have to use special dark and rainbow energy in order to power up your Sneasel. It's one of the things that balances that beat up attack.
Yeah, rainbows are really annoying to use, especially against a bad stack. There isn't really much I can do here. I think I have to dig for a double gust or something. I'll just go rainbow on there, and then I'll oak
Okay. And look for a
Yeah.
double gust. What are you trying to pull up with the double gust?
the Zapdos.
Yep.
And I'll bench Pichu first.
Yep.
And we do find it, and then we go comp search, away Cleffa, Pichu
Sure.
for a double gust.
And all of Will's Pokemon have free retreat.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter who I bring up with the double gust. Double gust, like I said, is like a Guzma, except that instead of the person playing it getting to pick both Pokemon that switch, I pick a Pokemon on Will's side, and Will picks a Pokemon on my side.
Bench Pichu,
Sure.
double gust.
And I will select Pichu,
Yep.
but it doesn't matter because you can free retreats back into Sneasel.
And then let's go. No, I'm not gonna focus band yet. Elm.
We play Elm, though.
Yep.
Shuffle draw 7 cards. No more trainers, but at this point, you do have a very solid board state, and we'll say. And you can take a prize on my Zapdos. I'm only taking 1 prize so far, so it's definitely a tight game that we have here, and I have more resources, I think, than I would like in my discard pile at this point.
I do need 4 heads on this.
You
particular
do
go.
because of the double rainbows on your Sneasel. You got no special darks there.
Yep. I can't play any of those cards, so I'll just use the non-translucent energy or not energy dice, so it's easier. Let's go 3 at a time.
Yep.
Get up. 2.
2, and then you need 2 more.
1 more.
3. So you're dealing 60 damage there.
Yep.
To the Rocket Zapdos. That is tough, and I will draw for turn. Okay. So let's see what it do. I would hate to just play into that Goldberry, but I feel like I kind of have to. Like no matter what I do, you're gonna end up healing that thing.
Yeah.
So, Will ask me, like, why is the Goldberry even in the Sneasel deck? He's only got 40 hit points, or
Yeah.
60 hit points. But the Goldberry is very strong. The Goldberry is a tool card that triggers when I have 4 damage counters on the Sneasel, and it heals 4 damage counters from the Sneasel. So if you have 5 damage counters on the Sneasel, it heals 5, or it heals 4.
It's 4, yeah.
Yeah, and then gets discarded. So it's a kind of like a delayed potion kind of card. It's very good for protecting against the Crobat's damage output. And I think all right, we can Dark Crobat the Cleffa and just knock it out. I
Yeah.
think that makes sense. All right, that's a good pull for us. And then I'm going to Dark Golbat one of your Pichus.
Yep.
For 10 damage. And then Hyper Devolution Spray and ping your other Pichu.
Yep.
And then I'm going to bench another Zubat. All right, this is the whole gang's here. Is exactly what we want. And then let's see what I've got in my discard pile. This will be my second Zapdos in the discard pile. If you knock it out, which it looks like is probably happening.
Yep.
Yo, thank you so much, Grammar Time, for that Prime sub. So I've evolved 2, benched that one. Can't evolve anymore. I'm thinking that, yeah, I'm going to have to get through this Goldberry, I think, in order to win the game. So that's probably fine. I could go for a Super Scoop Up, which would be super sick if we get it. And potentially game-winning card. Or I just put the Dark Crobat back into the deck with Fuji, which I think seems really safe. So I think we're going to Item Finder away 2 Lightning Energy for... I think the Mr. Fuji just is the play. All I want to do is, continue cycling these.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Item Finder for the Mr. Fuji and just put the Dark Crobat back into the deck. And I think that just gives me the best way of like recycling that.
Sure.
Since I did have to get rid of a bunch of my, Devolution sprays in my opening hand with that kind of ugly Professor Zoak.
Yeah.
So I think that seems good. So we're going to do that, free up a bench spot as well. And then I can also use Nightly Garbage Run. I think I'm going to do that. Nightly Garbage Run. Just before you end up putting, Chaos Gym into play, I want to kind of play all these trainers that I can. Put Rocket Zapdos and 2 Lightning Energy back into the deck.
Yep.
And then, in order to get through that Goldberry, I am going to have to just Plasma into the Sneasel, which doesn't feel so bad at this point. I've softened up Will's board quite a bit. And I have 4 prizes left. So, I'm going to attach to the Zapdos and Lass us.
Pretty good.
So I've played all the trainers down out of my hand, and then Lass, both of us reveal our hands, and then shuffle all trainers from our hand back into the deck. So I get to disrupt Will's hand as well, and just Plasma for 20 damage. But since you have the Goldberry, you're just going to completely heal off that Sneasel.
Does heal, yeah.
Yep.
Start of each turn. So.
Yep. And Plasma does accelerate to a Lightning Energy there from the discard pile to itself.
Put a Focus Band on it.
Yes.
Bench another Sneasel. I guess I will attach to the Murkrow.
Yo, appreciate those bits, Pleakley. Thank you so much for the support.
And then beat up.
All right,
One
we've
heads.
got the heads. I'm taking a knockout on my Zapdos. And I will gladly promote Cleffa. And you've got 3 prizes to my 4.
I have 4.
4 prizes. All right,
Yeah.
tied at 4 prizes. I'm going to draw for turn. And I'm going to evolve Dark Crobat to knock out one of your Pichu.
Sure.
And you can just see how insane this is against baby Pokemon. Will has to put the baby Pokemon down, but then is in a position where if he puts them down, then they just get eaten by the bats.
Yep.
And then I am just going to bench another Cleffa and Eek for 7 cards.
All good manners. Show you my single Dark Energy. And find the old Magby, I think.
All right, now I've got 3 prizes left. At this point, we're just kind of leading the way with the bats and the baby Pokemon to try and just buy myself a little bit more time.
I'll attach to the fresh Sneasel.
Yep.
And then attempt to beat up.
Yep. And Will is on the aggressive here. Just attempting to swing through those babies, but you can see there the baby rule, just stopping that Sneasel right in its tracks. I've got Dark Golbat to ping 10 damage to your Pichu, and another Dark Golbat to ping 10 more and knock it out. We'll take our prize. And then we will just attach another energy to Dark Crobat, and the reason why I'm attaching these energy is just to eventually super energy removal them away.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to Eek with my Cleffa. Because once I draw into my super energy removals, I'll be able to just sack those energies off of my Pokemon that I have to just bring Will's board position down to a halt.
Let's see what you got
Yeah.
here.
All right, 7 cards.
I'll just attempt to beat up.
Sure.
Tails.
Tails. That is a feel bad for sure.
Yep.
Draw for turn. I've got a super energy removal. So I'm going to discard those. Go back to your hand.
Yep.
But the thing about is this whenever an attack Pokemon power or trainer card discards another player's. All right. So like my energy still goes to the discard pile.
Yeah.
The rainbows go back to your hand, but in order to play the rainbows, you got to deal more damage to your Sneasels.
Yep.
Which is like, yeah, it doesn't feel very good. I think I'm in a position again where it feels right to just item finder for the Fuji. And we just keep doing this because it's honestly the best way for me to recycle these Crobats. So I'm just going to Fuji the Crobat back into the deck. It's a guaranteed energy recycle for me, or guaranteed Crobat recycle for me, and is going to guarantee me some more damage. And then I'm going to bench a Rocket Zapdos with a lightning energy on it. And we're just going to Eek again.
That's pretty good. I'll double gust it.
Sure. And I'll choose Murkrow.
Yeah. I'll promote this guy.
And Murkrow's got free retreat, so Will's just going to retreat. And I've got 2 prizes left. Okay.
Question is, do I bench these 2 baby Pokemon?
Right. So I've only got 2 prizes remaining.
And 2 Golbat.
2 Golbat ready to go.
Yeah, this is really rough. I would have to hit 3 heads off of this out of 4 chances. And if I don't, if Andrew has double Crobat, he can take a knockout. So I think it's fine if I bench 1. And it's going to be the Magby.
Yep.
And I'll beat up.
Right, because you're like, gotta really stretch for a knockout here. You need 3 heads.
I got 2.
There you go. All right.
All
So
right.
you got the knockout.
Let's go.
And we can see how quickly Sneasel's damage. I mean, 2 energy, 70 damage.
Yeah.
You didn't even have a full bench.
Nope.
Right. And that's one of the best things about Sneasel. That's why it's such a potent attacker. You see, Zapdos is very good for the quick pokes and for really taking advantage of energy removal. But Sneasel just does
A lot of damage.
so much damage. Right. Which is what makes it so powerful. But you got to rely on rainbows and darks. Zapdos can use basic lightning energy, which is very cool.
Yep.
All right. So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I draw for turn. And we've got a pretty loaded hand here with only, so many prizes left to go. We can bench Zubat. I can super energy removal those back to your hand off of my Cleffa.
Yep.
And I can go here with Rocket Zapdos. And I think just going to go in here. Do 20 damage to the Sneasel.
This one?
Yep. And then Plasma. And see what you got. Something I do really like about the Zapdos is that after it plasmas to itself, then it can retreat as well, which is nice.
Last.
Sure. I've got no trainers in my hand.
Nice.
Just a Crobat and a Golbat.
Not very good for me.
That is not looking too great for you.
You have a Crobat and a Golbat?
Yes, I do.
Well.
Yeah, you can't leave that thing active for sure.
Nope. Fury Swipes.
Okay.
20.
20 damage on the Zapdos, and I will draw. And we've got Golbat to knock out your Sneasel.
Yep.
And Crobat to do 20 damage to the Magby.
Mm-hmm.
And We'll retreat into Cleffa. Attach an energy to my other Cleffa here, another metal energy, and we're just going to Eek.
Dark.
Yep.
And attempt to beat up. Heads.
Okay.
1 heads.
And there you got it.
I actually needed 2 heads, but
Yeah, so you got him. Yeah, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cleffa is out of here
this man only needs a single Crobat
to
or
win
Super
the
Scoop Up
game. Yep.
or Hyper Devolution Spray.
Draw, and we have got the Crobat on your Magby for game.
Yep.
And that was, I think, our closest game.
Probably, yeah.
It was. I think you played really well there, Will. But I think, the Crobats are just too good against baby Pokemon for the most part. And that deck just plays a lot of baby Pokemon for sure.
Mhm.
But I did think we got to really see the power of Sneasel's attack there.
Yeah.
Now, you're really drawn to Sneasel. Even when Sneasel was in the Pokemon Cube, you drafted Sneasel all the time.
Yeah.
We had a base Neo tournaments that we held here once at Full Grip Games
Mhm.
a couple of years ago. You played that deck.
Yep.
Why do you love Sneasel so much, Will?
I don't know. Well, it's really good against decks that don't play Crobat. But
That's for sure.
against like any other deck, it just is so good. Because with the Chaos Gem out, they just can't do anything against your Darks. Or
Right.
even if they do, like it's like so risky if they flip tails, like they are for sure done.
Right. I think that Sneasel is just such an iconic Pokemon from those early formats, and
Oh yeah, for sure.
it was eventually banned from standard format, but not during this time. During the base Neo era, Sneasel ran free, but then eventually during the Rocket On formats, Sneasel was banned and Slowking was errated. So Sneasel was eventually declared too powerful.
And that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell, and of course, check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I stream live Pokemon trading card game content every single weekday. We've got a super welcoming community there, and we'd love you to be a part of it. Y'all have a busted day. Peace.